Also coming into your Tadasana, pause and breathe. Take another nice deep breath, connecting in with that rooted energy and grounding. Okay, so coming back into your chair pose, inhale, sit back, sweep your arms all the way up. With your exhale, fold forward and release. Inhale, lengthen your spine, coming up halfway. This time now, step your left foot back. So again, anchor through the back heel. Walk your right foot over an inch towards your right hand. So this time now, our stance is that we're lining the front heel up with the back heel. Okay, so then bring your blocks here to frame your front foot. And we're going to keep the hips facing forward now. So see if you can get a little lighter on your belly. So your front knee is still bent, but firm that outer right thigh down to the mat. Again, a very deep diagonal through the back foot. So this is a little deeper diagonal than being in the warrior two. Press through the outside edge of your back foot. And we're going to slowly, so palms to the blocks, start to straighten the front knee, coming into your forward fold. So Parshvottanasana. If you'd like to get a little bit longer here, so this is where we're really, so think of really, you could almost grow another inch here. So as you fold forward, and you could have your blocks or books on any height that works best for you. Okay, and if you'd like a little bit more stretch through the right hamstrings, flex your right foot. Okay, and then lower the right foot down to the mat. Now slowly, so we're going to bend the front knee and get ready for warrior one. So bring your blocks back to frame your front foot. Press down, anchor down through the right foot. Press through the outside edge of your back foot. As you root down, lifting your arms up with your breath, facing forward. So think of driving that left hip forward, rotating those left ribs forward, lift through the pit of your abdomen. Take another nice big breath here. Okay, in your steadiness and strength in your warrior one. Okay, and then float your hands back down to the blocks. Lift the back heel and step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, coming up halfway, and we're going right into the other side. Step your right foot back. Okay, and press down through the back heel. Walk your left foot over an inch, so you have a little bit more stability here. Just notice if your hips want to swing open, we're keeping the hips facing forward here by really firm the outer left thigh down to the mat. Really press through the outside edge of your back foot. Bring your blocks here to frame your front foot. Okay, now slowly starting to straighten your front knee. Okay, and to get a little longer, you can step your blocks out. Okay, so just let your head relax. You can drop your ears down towards your biceps. Take a nice big breath. Okay, so you can feel the difference on each side. If you'd like that deeper stretch, flex your left foot, draw your toes up. Okay, and then lower that left foot down to the mat, starting to bend your front knee. Press to the outside edge of your back foot. So really find that rooted, grounding, anchoring. You can bring your blocks here to frame your front foot. Start to lift your belly up. Okay, floating your arms forward, root down and rising up into your warrior one. So from here, keep driving that right hip forward. Okay, firm the inner thigh of your back leg by pressing through the outside edge of your foot. Take another nice big breath. Lift through the pit of your abdomen. Okay, so coming into that smooth, steady, even breathing. Okay, and then bring your hands back down. Set your blocks to the side. Lift your back heel. Step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine, coming up halfway. Sit back to your heels into your chair, Utkatasana. Float your arms up. Take a nice big breath here. Drop your sits bones down a little bit more. So again, shine that light through your whole side, through the pinky fingers, all the way down through to your hips. As you ground down, rise all the way up and come center to your heart, Tadasana. So again, pause and feel here. Okay, anchor down. And then releasing your palms. And you're going to work our way into tree pose. So go ahead if you would like to be next to a wall, if you prefer a firm floor off your mat. So position yourself or you could also practice your Tadasana here. So, and then from there we'll be moving into our hand to foot pose. So have your belt nearby. So to remember here that even as we anchor and ground down, that as trees have roots and they're really firmly anchored, but they also can be uprooted, but they're also alive and they sway and they have lots of motion. So they're not just a cement block stuck in the ground. So to bring that into how you flow and move through things, that even you can let some of that energy come through you, even in a tree pose. So we'll come into a swaying tree pose to bring in some of that golden light through the side body. So starting here, rooted in your Tadasana, pressing down through both feet, shift your weight to the right foot. Go ahead and bring your hands to your hips. So we'll feel, keeping your hips level here. And keep your gaze on one point. So it really can help with your balance too, to just pick one thing to focus on. So we like to do this as much as possible, even off the mat, even in our multitasking kind of days. Pick one thing to focus on. So shift to the right foot, raise your left knee, and then just feel where are your hips. If you're sinking into that standing leg, okay, so bring more action into wrapping that outer right thigh back. Lift through the core. So pause here and then bring your knee out to the side. So you can just go ahead and let your toes relax. Roll out your ankle. Go both ways. Okay, and then from here, we'll start with bringing the foot to the calf. Okay, and then again, root and lift up. Okay, if you'd like to bring the foot to the inner thigh, you can reach down and bring the foot to the inner thigh very lightly without pushing into or sinking into your standing leg. So with your foot to the inner thigh and then palms to your heart. So just starting here, again, breathe deeply. So feeling that anchoring down, but are your toes starting to grip and hold on for like deer, like not to fly away, but just let the full top of your foot press down without gripping into your toes. Okay, so then pressing your palms together. So growing your tree, inhale, bring your fingertips up towards the ceiling or maybe the sky if you're outside. Open your branches so you can spread wide, and then we'll sway here. So bring your left hand down to your knee, open up, shine some light through the right side, and then coming all the way up with your left hand, other way, float the right hand down, reach the top arm up and over, and then maybe sway a little bit more. And then maybe that's where we may start to feel like things are getting a little bit unstable, and how do you come out? So just, you can let yourself come out of the pose. So if you drop your foot down, just let yourself reground, reroot. Okay, so even when we sway and move around, we can still come back to center. So coming back into Tadasana. So into your mountain pose, take a nice deep breath. Okay, and then hands to your hips, shifting your weight. So coming to the other side, shift your weight to the left foot and raise your right knee up. So you can just let your foot relax. Okay, so you can roll your toes out here, your ankle out, especially after standing on that leg. Hips level. Bring your knee out to the side. So again, firm the inner thigh, the outer thigh in. Root and lift up through your core, and you can bring your foot to your inner calf. Okay, and starting here, you can keep your foot there, or If you want to bring your foot to the inner thigh, reach down, bring your foot to the inner thigh very lightly. Stay really strong and firm through the outer left thigh. So wrap that outer left thigh back, root down, and again, lift up through your core, palm center, and then even starting to grow your branches up. So as you root down, rising up with your breath, open up wide, and pause and feel here. So again, steady gaze, steady breath. Okay, and then bring your right hand down to your thigh. Reach the top arm up and over. So again, shine some light all the way through your heel, through your fingertips. And then move your branches the other way. So left hand down, reach the right arm up and over. And then again, maybe sway a little bit and see where you may want to hold on and grip. Go ahead and let yourself relax. You can come out of the pose, lower that right foot down, and reground into Tadasana. Okay, so again, smooth and steady, deep, even breathing.